Okay guys, 828 Fine Adventure here. I've been hearing a lot about this thing for the radio that makes it sound better. Now I drive an SR5 4runner. It does not have the JBL system. The JBL system like that we have in the Tacoma, and it's a 25 Tacoma, sounds great. It does have the little detachable speaker up here in the dash and has a subwoofer behind the back seat. Just came with it. It's a SR5 as well, and came with the option package that included JBL and parking sensors, and they changed a few things like the dials on the climate control and stuff. It shows numbers instead of just whatever, but it's the same temp, whatever's comfortable to you. That said, I got this from Beat Sonic. This is not the $350 one. This is the $300 one, and it's supposed to make the radio sound better. This is a really easy install. You know, all we have to do is you're going to need a 10 millimeter. I have a magnetic socket right there. An interior trim tool. I have ordered some different ones that are some new ones, but this one's pretty good. I got this from somebody who sells Volkswagen parts or something. And then right here we have the box. So let's see what's in this box right here. Let me see if I can get this open without tearing it up. And I have this right here because when you pull the radio out, you're going to need to set it somewhere. So you're going to need something, a towel or jacket, something to go on top of the shifter, because when you pull the head unit out, you're going to need to rest it there. So here we have the harness. Let's look at this real quick. Okay, here we have our harness. It has all the connectors. It even has directions on the box. That makes it really easy. Inside, we have some Velcro and rubber type tape. This is to set the amp in there somewhere and just let it sit and attach. So there we have that. We have the amp. Let's look at that. Yeah, so let me show you this again. We have all this double stick tape and some little rubber pads with adhesive. This comes all packaged really nice to fit in this tiny box. Right here, we have the amp. You can see this. This is if you want to add a subwoofer. These things right here. Look at this. It's easy. Easy to do. Sorry, my Band-Aid. But look at that. It's really easy. Yeah, Beat Sonic. I mean, it's got a fuse in there and everything. I mean, this is great. Okay, so let's set this over here. Got all my parts. Got my harness. I've got this, the little double stick tape, this little foam double stick, and some Velcro double stick. Then I have my amp. And look at their harness. What a nice harness that is. The webbing, I mean, everything. And even these plugs have nice pad on them. I mean, they've done a good job. All right, we have some directions. It's always nice to include some directions. Of course, it's very simple. These directions come in, looks like, is it just English? Yeah, this is pretty good. So there you go. Very easy to do. Very easy. I've done a few things in the Tundra that you had to plug in little T harnesses into the back of the head unit. It all worked great. Let me put this down. So this is on volume 30, 25 4runner SR5 with the 8-inch head unit. So this is on 30. It's loud, it's bassy, and I'm going to compare it after the amp. What I need to do right now is I need to loosen the ground on the battery and pull that. So I'll be right back. Okay, I got the ground disconnected from the battery, so we're all safe to do things here and install it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this trim out. take my trim tool around, and just pop it up. It's really easy to do. There it is. Just pops out. So the piece you're popping out is this. It goes behind, right here, behind the 8-inch head unit screen. So you can kind of look at that. Real easy. Just says, let me show you the back of it. Just has 4 of these clips. So easy peasy. All right. So back here, and I'm going to show you this. Let's see here if I can get a good view. There we go. I don't know if you see those 10 millimeter. These will need to loosen up so you can pull the head unit out. See those? Those 10 millimeter bolts. There's 2 on each side. Okay, so let's pull those 10 millimeter bolts out. Let's get those out. You don't want to drop those down in there if there's any way to do that. So I'm going to put them in the drink holder. Wow, they're all pretty loose. I bought this magnetic 10 millimeter socket, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem to. It's got a little strength, but not a lot. It is helpful in some cases. Okay, so there we go. See that? Look at that. It just comes right out. I'm going to pull it straight out now. And I'm going to set it right here on the foam pad that I had on top of the shifter. Okay, so let me see. There's not much room back here. Oh, on top here. You see, there is some room. Yeah, we can just set it up here. Let's see, set it down. Let's see. Okay, so let me get this harness out. That was easy. Okay, so this is what we have to do. This grid comes out if you ever want to install the JBL little speaker that pops in and out. It's kind of a neat thing. Maybe I'll do that too. We'll see. Okay, so let's see here. We have a 10-pin connector. So if I turn this around, I have a 10-pin connector, and then you have 1, 2, 3. So the 10-pin connector, okay, so these go to the amplifier, and these go to the 10-pin connector. So what I need to do first, so what I do here is you've got, basically, you have a plug coming in, that will go into here, and then this will go into the radio. Again, you have another plug, you will unplug it from the radio, plug it into this, and then plug this part into the radio. Now, there's a 28 pin, and there is a 10 pin. So I need to do this one first, if I can get that out. Should be easy since this is new vehicle. Use a piece of plastic here, it's always the best. There we go. We got that one out. Then I am going to plug this into here. Look, it snaps right in. It's fantastic. Then I'm going to plug this one into here. That is the 10-pin connector. Snug. Perfect. Great job. Now it says I need to do the 28 pin to leftmost connector. Okay, So that would be the one right next to the 10. There we go. That was easy. Now we're going to plug this one into there. Looks to be that's right, like that. Snaps in. Super clean install here. And this one will go right in like that, just like the other one came out. This is like factory. I mean, it's so great that somebody did such a good job. Sometimes you get these things and you have no idea what you got. Okay. Now, okay, there we go. Now we have to do the amp. So let's do that. It's getting warm in here. I'm gonna have to take my jacket off. Yeah, we'll just open the door instead. So the only place to go is up in there. I don't think it can go here. It's gonna have to go back in there. So let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna get this stuff out. There's really no place to stick double stick tape. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna use this foam right here, and I'm gonna put it on the back of this thing right here. That's what I'm gonna do. So let me cut these. Okay, so let's plug this in. Before I hook up the ground on the battery, I want to do these in case these are part of a ground for the head unit. I'm not sure if these 4 10mm bolts are, but like I said, 10mm. But let's go, let's hook up the battery and then we'll listen to the stereo. How about that? Okay, so now I've got everything plugged in and done. I have not finished the installation. I just wanted to get it to this point, everything plugged in, the amp where it needs to be, the ground connected to your battery under the hood. Now I'm going to try it. Let's get some power here. Okay. Okay. This is on 30 with the amp. So let's start that song over. This is on 30. Now wait. And try to compare it. Yeah, it is louder. Don't blow your speakers in this SR5, but you can always replace your speakers. There'll be a lot of options out there. There already is, because you can get them, the same ones, you know, for the Tacoma. You can get JBLs, you can get whatever, Alpines. I've seen videos. There's all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah. Old 90 rave days. I'm using this music because it's copyright free on YouTube. If I use any other music, they either won't play the video or I'll have to pay for it. Don't want that. Now we're going to install this little piece. I have found you've just got to kind of rock it in, and it will snap in, and that's it. So it's pretty easy. Few parts. I would have liked if there was a better position to put it. It sits on top of the harness. There's a lot of airflow around there and a lot of gaps in air. It's just kind of propped on it with those rubber pieces I put. So they're still going to get air under it because amps get hot. Sorry, a bunch of bunch of dust. I just vacuumed this and now there's a bunch of dust in here. Easy installation. It's always scary working on your car. Okay? Always. It's always scary doing things, especially a new car. Everything's OEM and factory built and factory tightened. It's always a little sketchy. Don't do anything outside of your comfort zone. That's my best advice. That's how accidents happen. You get stressed, you get nervous, you know, I don't know how it is with you, and then the next thing you know, you've cut the wrong wire. You get scattered and you're scatterbrained, and it just happens. So don't do anything outside your comfort zone. If you don't feel good about doing things like this, have a friend do it who's familiar with radios and does stuff, or have a radio installer do it. It takes like 5 minutes. I'm telling you, now I did it. I'm in the middle. I've done stuff. I've always had that. I'm 50% fear wise when it comes to messing with cars. So, you know, I don't mind doing some things, but always use fuses, always, you know, always disconnect the battery, always use the right tools. So there we go. Got the Beat Sonic amp installed. Again, this is the one. This is the Encore. The number is ENA2T3-5. And, you know, it's the plug and play car audio amplifier. They have one that's a little more expensive. I didn't opt for that. I didn't feel the need. I'm not putting a subwoofer in this thing anytime soon. And, you know, this is great. And, you know, we have a Tacoma with the JBL audio. I hear this sounds really good with that too. Maybe I'll pull it out since it's so easy. We'll try it in the Tacoma too. We'll see. It already sounds really good with that subwoofer. That's all I got for you today. Please like, share, and subscribe. I got this Beat Sonic. I believe I got it through Sticker Fab. They have all kinds of stuff. I could have gone straight to Beat Sonic, but I saw it on Sticker Fab. I had some points or whatever, so I did it there. Plug and play. I mean, this is a really good, smooth, quality item. Easy to install. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. See ya!